Hello, everybody. LW here, and this is the 30-minute challenge. Yes, I said challenge. So, what we're going to do is we're going to work out together. You're going to use your equipment, I'm going to use my equipment. Doesn't matter what you do as long as you work out for 30 minutes. So, work out with the OG. That's me. That's right. So, put your headphones on, turn your music up, and let's get started. Set your timer like I just did so that you can track what you're doing. That's important. You need to know what you do daily. Yes, I said daily because I expect for you to work out every day for 30 minutes. All you OGs, that's right, male and female, get up off that sofa and let's get moving. That's right, stop procrastinating. You are not getting any younger, and you're not going to get any slimmer unless you do something about it. And I mean exercise and diet. Diet properly. That's what it's all about. And you can be just as effective as you were when you were much younger. That's right. I know that sounds crazy, but you'll be surprised of what you could still do and how you could feel. That's even more important. You want to make yourself feel better. And you know what? By chance, you just might look better too. That's right. Well, you got to get warmed up, especially if you're doing multiple exercise. So no matter what you're doing, even if you're on a treadmill, start off a little slow. Then gradually increase your speed because you want to warm yourself up the right way so that you don't risk any injuries. That's right. So make sure you're warming up the right way so that you can get involved the right way. Now, if you haven't been working out for a long time, you need to know if you're physically fit enough to work out. You may have to get a physical from the doctor. Or if you know what you're doing, you can sort of give yourself a physical, starting off with a blood pressure monitor. That's right. I know you're not a doctor, but anybody can read a blood pressure monitor. And how is that A1C? So your blood pressure should be 120 over 80. So if the top number, which is supposed to be 120, is higher than 120, but lower than 140, your blood pressure is in range. If your bottom number is higher than 80, but not 90, then you're in range. It can also be lower than 120 or 80. It can be lower than that, and you could have optimal blood pressure. Most of us don't, but you could possibly have optimal blood pressure. But you need to check it to see. And also, you need to know what your A1C is. you need to know if you are pre-diabetic or perhaps if you're diabetic, then you want to lower your A1C. So if your A1C is below 5.7, then you're not even in the pre-diabetic stage. That's right. So if your A1C is 5.8 up to 6.4 or 6.5, you are pre-diabetic stage. So that's what you have to be careful of. You don't want to go any higher because they're going to put you on diabetic medication. Yep. They might give you insulin or they might give you Ozempic, Ozempia, whatever it is, something like that, Ozempic, Ozempic. Watch out for that stuff. You know, you don't want to take it unless you have to. So you have to work on what you eat. You need to make sure that you are not overeating and that you are not eating the wrong foods, which are contributing to your weight gain. Our diet should be balanced. Now, balance could mean a number of different things. It all depends on what you are eating because some people are vegetarians and they do not eat meat. So a balanced meal for a vegetarian is going to be different from a person that is a meat eating person. It's two different balances. You get my point? The point is, though, make sure you don't overeat no matter what you're doing. And make sure that you're eating the right foods and you're drinking the right drinks. Yes, because a lot of drinks are just as bad for you as too much food or sweets, all those pies, all those cakes. They're not going to do you any good. Cookies. You know what I'm talking about, all those different pastries that you eat in the morning time, cinnamon rolls and all that different stuff. That's no good for you. But if you eat it, don't eat a lot of it. Don't get full off of garbage. It's not going to do you any good. So you have to try and eat foods that are more healthy for you. Now we know what they are. They're vegetables, fruits, stuff like that. That's good for you. Now, of course, there's vegetables that you can eat, but don't eat a ton of it. Make sure your vegetables outweigh your starchy foods. That makes sense. A potato is a vegetable, but it's a starchy vegetable. It's a white vegetable. Okay, the white vegetables aren't as good for you depending on what type it is. So, as we continue our journey, we want to make sure that we're eating properly so that when we exercise, you're getting the full benefit of your workout. Because if you're not eating properly, you're not getting the full benefit of your workout, which means you'll work out, but you're not going to get any benefits for your blood pressure. You're not getting any benefits. You're not going to get any benefits for your diabetes, your A1C level. All right, we have to eat properly in order to make our exercise more effective. You don't want to do all this work just for nothing. So we might as well start eating the right way so that you can actually get some benefits from your workout. And I know us OGs, we want to make sure we're not doing this for nothing. But you have to make sure that you're eating properly because, like I said, you can exercise until you turn blue in the face and you won't lose a single pound. But if you properly diet and you exercise, you will lose pounds. Don't think that it's going to happen overnight. You did not gain all of those pounds overnight. Be patient, be dedicated, be determined, be disciplined. You have to be consistent in what you do if you are looking for benefits. If you're not looking for benefits, then just keep doing what you're doing. But I think that since you are looking at the OG, me, you are looking for benefits. You're looking for ways to accomplish your goal. Your goal is easy to accomplish, but you have to discipline yourself from all the bad things that you've been doing to yourself that's contributing to bad health. That's right. We are the ones that contribute to our bad health. And we're in denial about it. That's right. We're in denial because we're not trying to do anything about it. Most of us know we're contributing to our poor health, but we don't know what to do about it. And that's what we say, but you know what? All we need to do is take a look at what we eat every day. Just take a look. Get that under control. Those seconds, going back for seconds, going back for thirds, eating 2 plates of food, eating ice cream every night, drinking soda every day, all of this stuff catches up to you. We have to stop doing it. That's the bottom line. We have to stop doing it. No one's forcing you to eat all of the food that you're eating. No one. Now, I understand that to a degree, you can blame it on how you were raised. But now that you've been an adult for the past 30 years, that doesn't apply anymore. It's on you. You can't blame that on someone else when it's your behavior. You know, if you could acknowledge what you're doing wrong, then you already have the recipe on how to correct it. You have to apply it. If you do not apply it, nothing will change. That's all it is to it. If you don't apply it, nothing changes. You have to apply your common sense. And we all say that we have common sense. A lot of us don't look like we have common sense. You know, you can't be 5 feet 5 inches tall and weigh 250 pounds. Don't you know your heart doesn't like that? Don't you know all of those organs in your body just don't like that? What are we doing to ourselves? You can't be 6 feet and weigh 300, 350 for some of you. Come on, I'm just trying to point out to you. Take a look in the mirror. Does that look like common sense to you? So we have to apply common sense in our everyday activity. That activity starts when you wake up in the morning. That's right. That's when that activity begins. Because we start eating when we get up in the morning. And some of us eat the entire day. Do you think by chance that might be harming you, we need to do something about that. We know what we're doing wrong, but we need to discipline ourselves so that we can do the right things. Stop contributing to poor health. Poor health can be turned around by you. Your body is a healing machine if you allow it to do so. That's right. Your body has the strength, the powers to heal itself if you treat it right. If you mistreat your body, you're going to end up with all kinds of health conditions. But if you properly diet and exercise, you will see a big difference. Your body will start to like you more and more. Hey, if you want to listen to the OG, if you want to work out with the OG, just log on to YouTube. Go in the search field, type in the Latch Bar. How about that? After you do that, you'll see me. And you know that rectangle white icon? It says subscribe. Click on it. It won't hurt. It doesn't cost you anything. And then you have the opportunity to work out with the OG. You can listen to my podcast where I'm trying to actually lead you in the direction of how you should properly eat, the different things that you could use to substitute meals. There's information there that's very helpful. I know it's a very difficult subject, but you have to address it. Take a look at yourself. Take a look at your friends, your relatives. We're all in the same boat. We have to be influential. We have to start somewhere. Someone has to start. Let's help each other. Just because you look like you might be in shape doesn't mean that you are in shape. Always remember that. We need to put an effort into what we need to do to promote good health for each other. And we can do it. That's right. If you don't try, nothing will change. That's why you have to try. And I believe that we can all do it. But we have to try. And you have to be very aggressive in your approach. Don't fall asleep while you're exercising. You know what I mean? Put an effort into it. Now, you may not be able to do it well at first, but once you get started and you're doing it for a while, you should be able to really work out. Just like you see me, the OG, work out. I'm well over 70 years old, and if I can do it, you can do it. That's the way I see it. That's right. So you have to stop making excuses. Stop procrastinating. because things aren't going to change unless you do something about it. That's right. I'm here to tell you, nothing will change unless you do something about it. I'm just being real. And if you don't do something about it, I'll tell you like it is. Your health will continue to deteriorate. That's right. Hey, you can go to the doctor and take all the medicine the doctor gives you. Remember, medicine has side effects, and it's only masking the problem in most cases. Now, you can do something about your problem unless you have a terminal illness. Usually, everything else we can make better. You can make your diabetes better. You can make your blood pressure better. You can make that irritable bowel movement better. That's right. You can make a lot of things better, but you can make a lot of things worse as well. I think we've done a pretty good job of making things worse. So now, being in the shape that you're in, you have to make things better. And you can. Anyone that has an oversized abdomen is more prone to having a heart attack or a stroke compared to someone that is much slim, much more slim. That's the key to longevity. If you can work this off, and you can, that's more of a result of food and everything else, the spices of life that you've been living. That's what that is. A lot of women want to say that we had children. I get it. But that was 40 years ago. What have you been doing since then? You get my point? So we can all make excuses, but you can all do something about it too, if you want to work hard enough. And I think the goal of having a healthy life is an admirable goal. It's an acceptable goal, and you can do it. Let me do a time check here. We're getting there. We're getting there. We got maybe 2 more minutes to go, so that means I can get another exercise or 2 in. Yes. So we have to work out, and we have to properly diet. And you have to work out like you mean it. Put an effort into it so that you can get something out of it. You know, there is a saying, no one likes it, no pain, no gain. Sometimes the pain doesn't have to be physical, it can also be mental. And most of us are going through that portion of life. We are afraid to do anything to improve our health because you think it's going to hurt something else. You know what's going to hurt? Your body and your mind and all those organs in your body. That's what's going to suffer because you're continuing to stress it out. And what about all those joints? Your knees, your hips, even your shoulders, your back. All these joints are all uncomfortable because they have too much weight on them, too much pressure. That's not what you were meant to look like. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. We continue to get all these illnesses that we do often to ourselves because we're too lazy to do something about it. It's time. You want to live longer? Do something about it. It's time. That's serious enough for you? Until next time, log on to YouTube. Check out the Latch Bar. Let's work out together. Let's improve our health. We can do it together. I'm on there all the time whenever you want to see me. Day or night, you pick the time. I'll be there, working out. Thank you all, and have a great day or night.